In this episode of NSFW, the 23rd, we play a little game we call Lost in Translation with our friends Brett Rounsaville, the Amtrekker, and Tom Merritt, a.k.a. Tomas Merritt. It's all coming up on this episode of NSFW, starting right now.
Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for NSFW is brought to you by Cashfly at CACHEFLY.com.
This is NSFW, episode 23 for May 12th, 2010. But Cuba. This is it. It is no time for the latest episode of NSFW, the new show of Wind, the full new sauce for the Weber that I can't even remember the word. It's four freaking letters, and I just need four words to go with them, and I can never get it right. I'm joined, as always, by my inimitable co-host, none other than JRY, Mr. Justin Robert Young. Jury, what the hell is going on here, sir?
If only you said the same four words every episode and never changed them. Like, that would be really embarrassing if you screwed that up.
Oh, thank goodness it's not like that, because as we all know, it's my very first episode to ever host this thing or any incarnation of anything like that. And it's certainly the first episode that we've had Brett Rounsaville, a.k.a. the Amtrekker. What is going on, Amtrekulus Prime?
Back again for the very first time. I am so pumped about today. I don't even know what the game is, but I am super pumped.
By the way, that's what a trooper Brett is. The moment is, it's just like, hey, can you be on NS? Yes. NSSR, it's a totally different show. Whatever, I'm up for it. Let's go. And of course, the one
you have no idea how shockingly accurate that was to the phone call I had with him, like about an hour and a half ago.
By the way, the recent defectee from the CNET empire and latest immigrant to the Twit kingdom, it's Prime Minister Tomas Merritt. We all bow to you, my Tomas Merritt. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I was happy to get your call. I'm still with CNET for 3 more days after tonight. 3 more days.
Awkward at all, or everything's cool? Everything's all right?
Yeah, everything's pretty cool. I did want to try to stay on and do a couple shows for them. Didn't work out. So, I'm totally leaving them for good, but I'll be back as a guest and stuff. They already invited me back for an event in June, so yeah, it's all good.
Is anybody doing like some merry goodbye pranksterism, like putting animal feces in your drawers or anything? Those
I
pranks
don't
that I hear
want to
they
say
do at CNET?
no, because that means it will start.
What you're saying is that we shouldn't spend the rest of this episode randomly shouting out suggestions for anyone at CNET to pull on your last few days.
And we definitely don't want anybody who pulls a prank to then take a picture of that and send it to @reply NSFW show, so we can disseminate it throughout the internet.
If that picture had, as part of the prank, NSFW on it, thereby guaranteeing that our new boss in charge will. Wait a minute, what are we thinking? This is the worst idea we've ever had on this show. This is a man who's going to be exercising extraordinary power over us. And it doesn't seem like a good idea to go down this road. But what would be a good idea would be to do one thing that we didn't get to last night. We had a late entry for last week's game, Am I Racist? Is that right, Justin?
Yeah, folks, if you didn't see NSFW episode 22, I believe, it was called, we played a game in it called Am I Racist with Dr. O and JJ Stone. And we got one in last night. So I guess somebody maybe a little late on the draw. They wanted to get this out, so we're going to read
this. Only a week late on the draw. like they're living in a time
tomato,
exactly
right?
1 week behind, right.
You're 1 week behind sending in something. You forget to tell a friend that you've destroyed their car for 90 days. It's just, time. It's all relative, Brian.
They must live on the other side of the international week line.
Yes. All right, here we go. So we're just going to really quick read this, and we're going to give him a snap judgment, a little mini Am I Racist. This one, I'm not going to say who it's from, but here's the story. This story is when I was from a mere young lad of 5 years old. My father used to watch the TV show Planet of the Apes, and I'm sure while I was not supposed to watch it, I managed to see a lot of the old TV shows back in the late 70s. I don't remember this happening, but my mom loves to regale the family with the story of a family outing to Sears one weekend afternoon after piling out of the car, and upon seeing an African-American couple, see if you can fill in the blank, he writes here, I yelled, quote, hey, Mom, look at the apes. I'm sure that they died 1,000 times, and even though I do not remember this happening, it makes me want to die even as I type these words. I ask you, fine gentlemen, am I a racist? Yes.
Yes. Yes, you are. Yes, chat room is unanimous. 1.3 Rounsavilles at least. Let's go, before we go to the Rounsaville scale himself, Tomas Merritt, is he racist?
That was racist.
Definitely what he said was racist, but his regret makes me think maybe, he is.
Also,
All right, creator of the Rounsaville scale himself, that's Tomas Merritt, and of course, Mr. Rounsaville. Brett,
is there,
this racist?
just to clarify, I'm not exactly a proponent of the Rounsaville scale, nor two, an understander of the Rounsaville scale. Is there some sort of like reverse statute of limitations? This kid was 5, right? Does he know what racism is at that point?
I just want to be clear that where you're headed towards is some form of defense of this indefendable act. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
You think that
No.
it's okay
No,
somehow?
I was
Way to
asking a
go
question.
there
I
so
posed
early
a
in the
question. I
podcast,
didn't even
Brett.
step in any one direction or another.
Like that's one of the
Wow.
Rounsavilles right there.
Wow. All right. One issue settled. Now, second issue, we got to follow up on our summer movie draft. Those of you guys listening, you know that we're having a big contest. We auctioned off all the big summer movie hits. And Justin, who do you think's in number 1 right now with the highest gross so far?
Well, and that's the song it's going to be playing in full after I completely run the table on this goddamn competition. Right now, technically.
Let me get this straight. I asked you who was it first, and instead of answering, you played victory music and adopt a victory pose, and then stop and say, that's what it will look like when I eventually do win this game. Was that a preview? Is that what we just got?
Yeah, folks, you got a little glimpse of the future because my number 1 draft pick, Iron Man 2, ran goddamn roughshod over the competition. And already, despite the fact that I'm 2 movies behind our leader, I should overtake the first place spot this week.
However,
after the grosses
you got to realize also, you have the worst. You are dead last in the gross per buy price ratio. Like, you spent so much on Iron Man, you've only gotten $2.7 million per every dollar you spent, for every Brian buck, Justin Robert Ruble, that you spent. I did better than you with Kick-Ass. And by the way, I didn't buy Kick-Ass. I bought Little Fockers, but I was given Kick-Ass as a consolation prize. I'm pretty sure that when the summer's over, I would have won if I had gotten Little Fockers when it came out when it was supposed to. But I'm pretty sure I'm not going to win as it is now. But regardless, right now,
Okay, Fantasyland Mayor, why don't you tell us about your gingerbread house and then the unicorns that bring you to school? It doesn't matter, Brian. You have what you have. I have what I have. I have Iron Man 2. It made a goddamn mint, and it's only going to make more money. Because what's coming out this week? Bub Kiss and Horse Apples. That's what.
Dude, Shrek Forever After, owned by Ryan Connolly, and Robin Hood, owned by yours truly, and then Sex and the City 2. I want you to know that I was walking down in Times Square, and my wife heard me unironically state, I hope Sex and the City 2 makes a freaking mint. Like, with no irony or jokingness in me whatsoever, because I do. I hope it totally outshines Tony Stark. I hope I may actually buy a ticket just to support your defeat, Justin Robert Young, sir.
Nobody cares,
right,
Brian. Let's move on.
Fine, you're right. Nobody cares. You know what people do care about, though? They care about
What?
tonight's game. You want to set this up for us? Explain what we're doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, we all love the website YouTube. I don't know if anybody could live their lives without it. And they strive every single day. Those fine whiz kids at the Google, they just work so gosh darn hard trying to make it better for you, the end viewer. But sometimes things are maybe a little bit half-baked. And I think that's what we can all agree the transcribe captions feature, which is currently in beta on YouTube, is. You know, the idea is
you can only hide behind the beta shield for so long, YouTube, and
Exactly.
Google in general. And at some point, we're going to call you out. And you know what? Today's the day that we say maybe your closed captioning auto-generated service is not as accurate as it ought to be. And how are we going to prove that, Justin?
Well, folks, we sent out a missive today on mine and Brian's Twitter accounts, which, of course, you should follow at Justin R. Young for me and at Schwood for Brian, at NSFW Show for the show. What we asked people to do is to send in a Brian. You want to take a drink of water real quick?
Wait, I'm sorry. Oh, yes. By the way, this was very disquieting because while you were talking, as if like he got bored of you, all of a sudden I hear Jammer V come on saying, Brian, this is John in the back channel. Don't worry. He can't hear me. Not all these videos have closed captioning. And all of a sudden I think to myself, well, I mean, what do I, like all of a sudden it's that Battlestar Galactica moment. I'm trying to figure out if I have to figure out some way to host the show and also secretly answer John's questions. As
well, I also love that John had to show you on the screen to talk to you in the back channel.
Right? And so I look like I'm like, what voice is in my head? What's going on? Clearly putting on some kind of show here. And
just so everybody knows that there is closed captioning on every single video on YouTube. If it's not the little CC button in the bottom on the right, it is that little pop-up window on the
pop it up,
on the
and then you got to click on the triangle. You got to pop it up and click on the triangle. And then it'll actually, when you click on it, it'll say, hey, this is in beta. Are you sure you want it? And you say yes. Because as we all know, beta equals works perfectly. And we expect perfection on NSFW from YouTube. So
anyway, we had everybody send in some viral video hits, things that are big on the YouTube, and we're going to read the literal translation via Google, and we're going to see if our contestants, Amtrekker and Tomas Merritt, can guess which one each one of them are, and at the end of it, we're going to crown a winner.
Yeah. And by the way,
I didn't understand. I thought we were supposed to on our face were injured videos a barrel. It's this are the ones that. That's what I saw on your video earlier.
No, that's the mistake.
See, and that's what we're trying to solve. We're trying to solve the confusion that comes along with this Google Translates.
Okay, so we're gonna play. We're not gonna buzz in because otherwise we're afraid that we'll get 3 words into it and you guys will guess. We're gonna go one then the other. If one person fails, the other person has the option to steal afterwards. Do you want to play winner stays on and goes first, or winner has to go second on the next round, or just keep alternating? What do you say, Justin?
We alternate.
Okay,
alternate. That's the only fair way to do it.
Also, the translations are
shirts
so
and skins.
Bad. Yeah, shirts and skins.
I'm shirts.
Dibs on skins.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay,
I got excited.
The translations are so bad that we're going to do our best to actually read them in character, because that's another thing is we don't know necessarily who's seen what video. And yes, it's totally unfair if you haven't seen this one particular video or the other. We're trying to make it as fair as possible, but there's only so much we could do with the broken pieces of the closed captioning that Google has handed to us. You want to start off with the first one?
I'll tell you, just for our audio listeners so we can describe the picture, Amtrekker has now removed his shirt, and it looks as if somebody saran wrapped a open bag of flour. So just so I'm painting the open picture there.
And I'm not sure why he's dancing that way. It's sort of a slow undulation as each thrust makes him feel better about the one coming up next.
And I also just want to let everybody know that, Brian, Foursquare's really big. You know the Foursquare that the kids are using? You know?
Yeah, the Foursquare? Yeah. Where it's like you check in and you're like, guess who spent most time with his ass here? That's right, it's me. I'm the mayor of
But I think really it's not even the location stuff, people. They just love having badges, right? They just really like having a little badge to their name. So we're going to add badges to this episode. And specifically one badge. It's going to be called the Really Embarrassing of a Friend of the Show video badge. And if
can you give us just a little bit of a preview? We don't need to see much of it. Just maybe hit play so we can get an idea of maybe who it is or what this embarrassing video that could be unlocked. If nope, you didn't do that. You totally picked it. That's all right. So we don't have a preview, but you can unlock this badge. How? Oh my goodness, that looks like OMG Chad working on thrusting something.
Just licking a sword suggestively over it.
All right. Stop it. That's too much. I'm physically putting my hand over the screen. Like, stop it. Okay. And how does
if somebody gets 3 in a row, they will get. And actually, you want to know what? Because we're doing alternating, we're going to go 2 in a row. If you can win one and then steal one, I'm going to release this embarrassing video to the world via YouTube.
OMG Chad. Awesome. All right, so let's start with the first one. The first one comes from chat room listener Giggle Loop. Google Loop. God dang it. By the way, real quick, do we have any questions before we start? Did you guys have any questions? Tomas?
So we just have to know it off the top of our heads. There's not like a list or anything we're choosing from. We just have to recognize it.
Correct.
Because of
Yeah,
its
you
fame.
guys are pretty web savvy, we would imagine. And you don't have to get the exact name of it. You just have to describe, the one with the blah, 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 blah. And we'll give you some leeway there.
Yeah, and also we're going to do a little
The one where the
intro.
kid gets hit in the crotch. I win!
I love that one.
For everyone.
Every time!
Answer number 2, the one where the kid gets hit in the crotch.
Woo!
This game's
All right,
so
Justin.
easy.
All right, so here we go. This one comes from Gigaloop, and it is described thusly by the panel. This epic video has received kudos from Lost co-founder Damon Lindelof, but it is not the creator's first try in the genre. He published several videos previous to this mega hit using the same characters. However, this is his masterpiece, which will soon hit the 2 million view mark. Brian will be providing the voice.
All right, who's going first? It's Tomas or Amtrekker?
Heads.
Tails.
And it's heads. Tomas.
Okay, so it's Tomas. Okay, here we go.
Yes.
Fell over the front of my house was the most disappointing thing since my son. I mean, how much more could you possibly corrupt the entire backstory of Star Wars? Walmart thought of us were hanged himself in the bathroom of the gas station. The unfortunate
it's
reality.
that guy. It's the guy who did the criticism of Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, right?
Justin? He didn't even listen to the whole thing. He was so done. I would like to think that it's really because my impersonation was so spot on.
Honestly, it kind of was. I mean,
It totally was. Are you guys going to be trying to play the character all the way through every time?
Because the
That's what
text
I
wasn't
see. I
that
warned you.
mangled, but your
I
imitation
warned
was.
Justin about this. He was convinced nobody would get any of them, but I was convinced that you guys would be
also
super
say
bad.
Star Wars like 3
Okay,
times
there is
in the
that.
first 3 sentences. That one's a pretty easy one, Brian.
All right. So this one goes over to
Let me win so we can
Amtrekker,
unlock the
and
video.
this one will be read by Justin Robert Young. This one comes to us from Jason Horton. This one is described thusly. The insults hurled by this YouTube uploader got the attention of his target, a very high-profile rap artist. So much so that the rapper flew the youngster all the way to New York City so he could take part in the artist's own viral video. As for the original, for which you will hear the translation, it currently has 1.2 million views. Take it away, Justin.
Well, I mean, she said, finally a statement said, syncing these cultural icons and subscribe to this. Really don't have any time, these timers, Carolina, to get at least 1,000. The jurors, please. Okay, let's go to the stadium is another one of these sanctions. I'm sorry, he primates. I have a feeling it's incredible. We have to set up for CEOs and compromise those think, hey, now this. Yeah, about that. The EC. It's about the later. So it's been a thing converting to have sex with him. The sexy matter is estrogen released from condoms out of 1 of 6 points, designed to excite it.
All right, I am checking that. I got to admit that was pretty spot-on delivery.
This is totally that one where that kid makes fun of the rapper, and then the rapper ended up flying him out afterwards.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll give you this much. All you got to do is tell us which rapper, and I'll give it to you.
Jay-Z. It's totally
Justin?
Ah. That one felt so easy, too. I thought for sure I had it.
This was the. Well, actually, can we just play it?
Whoa, we'll play the video. Wait, no, wait, hold on, wait, no.
He gets a chance to
Thomas
steal,
Wayne gets
right?
a chance to steal. He gets a chance to steal.
Oh, wait, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yep. Dude, not only will he be stealing, but he'll be unlocking the embarrassing video. Tomas Merritt.
He will. With the video on the line.
I think he's using his Google Foo right now. He is clearly looking at a screen.
Hands up, Merritt. Hands up. Let's see it. What is your guess?
I got it. Kanye. I don't know. I don't know this one.
Is it Kanye, Justin?
There's no way that dude is stand up enough.
No, you're right. That was a horrible guess.
I love the fact that the clue was that Kanye would not be stand up enough to fly a kid out to appear in his viral video. Jammer B, do you have the original that you can play for us right there live from the Twitch studios?
They sent is planning to create a vibrator of his manhood so his female fans can pretend to have sex with him. The sexy rapper is desperate to release a line of condoms and waterproof sex toys designed to excite his female fans.
By the
and
way,
make
for the
them
audio
feel
listeners,
closer.
street cred out of this.
by the way, I love the fact that the audio listeners are going to get the backup commentary of Justin saying, no, the little triangle. Click on the little triangle. No, to the left, to the left. Good. All right, now enable that. Yes, all right. So
Right
it was 50
there.
cents. It was 50 cents.
They're gonna say, and then Jammer B. I don't want to make it too long, but I mean, do you have the video of him with 50 Cent ready to go?
Oh no. I mean, is it worth watching? Is it super good?
I mean,
haven't seen
it's like 2 seconds.
Hot.
You don't need the
What I'm
cap.
saying to you, but I'm here to introduce to you the new secret weapon right here.
Hello. Hello, it's Brewing 2 Forever, and I flew out here from Canada to meet Fitty. Just kicking it old school, bitches.
Right, we just kicking.
Oh my God.
You know what?
I
Fall
love that
back,
kid.
All right?
Fall
Back to this
Oh my
Friday.
God.
You understand?
I think I want to adopt
Friday
that freak.
is the only day that he can't have 100 hoes on him. Do you understand? So
How to
he's chilling.
grab.
We're chilling in New York City, baby. All the way from
Canada. G-Unit.
telling you, boy.
You've got to grab an audio clip of that kid, Justin, to put on the soundboard.
Oh,
All right,
yeah,
video
no,
number
definitely.
3. So far, it's
It is
1 to
really
nothing
not-
in favor of Tomas Merritt. Video number 3 comes from Pretty
Wait,
Jumbles.
hold on, wait, Amtrekker, you're really getting smoked here, man. You were talking a whole lot of jive coming into this
What are you
competition.
talking about?
How are you
I'm
feeling?
only down by 1.
I mean, but
One tiny
that was a
point.
big cut, big swing and a miss. Not even being able to throw up an educated guess.
Hey,
on
I
that.
knew 100% fact that was the kid that made fun of that rapper.
You know what? He did, actually. And I say you got to
Yeah.
back off. Back off, jury. All right, video number 3 comes to us from Pretty Jumbles. You know, Justin, music is a major part of the YouTube experiment.
Is
and
it,
these
Brian?
folks, and these folks are at the forefront of it. This edition of their work was released on July 10th of last year and has netted them over 1.8 million views. This will be a team effort with both me and Justin. This one goes to Tomas Merritt. You want to kick us off, Justin?
Okay. That is recognized for 1 minute.
That's Let's Get Out of Grand Old Told. It's time to stand up and say...
It's weak. Susan, it's one of the 2 years.
Well, Terry, the media.
Since hearing last week's news, the citizenry, this is Terry et al.
Does it end about the time?
I just remember the store. If legislation meets Jim, Jobs, thanks John, that's not.
That's how you get outside?
I love the fact that we have between the 2 states, the American people, it's our American no reason, Gary Sims.
Gary Sims, you heard it right there. Tomas, can you tell us what viral video is this a translation of, sir?
I cannot. I have no freaking idea what just happened there. The chat room is telling me it's the Channing show, but they don't even know how to pronounce it. The Shannon show, the Channing show. I've never heard of either one.
Okay, so that's your guess. What do you say, Justin? How did he do?
Well, if it's no guess, then there's no other way to go, but sorry,
Did
man.
you mean for that to rhyme? There's no way to go but GTFO? Because that was pretty sweet. if it was.
I'm getting a series of T-shirts made with that on it. It's gonna be my new summer slogan. It's my new catchphrase on the show.
On the front, like Frankie Goes to Hollywood style, it says, "There's no way to go," and then on the back it says, "But GTFO." Got it. All right,
Exactly.
let's go to Amtrekker with the steal. Circle gets the square, possibly.
I'm gonna go with auto tune the news. Thanks to the chat room.
Ooh.
Well, since both of you have gone, we have nothing else to do but go to the videotape. Jammer B, please show the video that this was transcribed from.
Hey-o, Congress! Climate change bill! Let's get our debate on! 1, 2, 3!
It is time to stand up and say, we get to choose. We get to choose. It's one of the 2, liberty or tyranny.
Can me please choose something in between mediocrity.
Hang on, you know what? All right, kill this, Jammer B. Kill this. Because it looks like
Jammer, you gotta hit the translate captions button.
Yeah, otherwise, like, those are the actual pre-written subtitles, because I'm like, man, those are dead on. It got marijuana tea. And I'm like,
wow, we look like assholes here, Brian. That is great.
Yeah, if you'd read those captions, I would have got it.
We're past this. We're past this. We're beyond all this. Let's go on to the next one, because that was messing me up on that one. So this one goes to, I guess it's 1-1. We had one earn point, one steal. So we're on to video 4 from Jeff Hildebrandt. Tell us about it, Justin.
And by the way, this also sets up Amtrekker can unlock the embarrassing viral video of Chad badge, which is now in play. The Chad badge. All right. This prankster only broke on the internet yesterday, which already makes some old news. But let's travel back in time. 24 hours ago, when we first got a glimpse of this fraud, several Midwestern news stations were tricked into having him on. This will be a combination between me and Brian. Brian, you will start off.
There'll be two characters here. One is an anchor, and the other is a total fraud. And let us remind you, this only broke yesterday, so the big question is whether or not either of you have seen it. Playing the anchor will be, I guess that should be me. Is that who it should be?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. What About 24 States is finally a Friday morning. Cass Ross is back with us again. From Sense that we thank you for joining us this morning. You've got a handful of you know. You know is right now. You have to watch for you. Was it for a hand right, and what I?
Do as I. It's called the financial. Okay, I mean right.
Yeah, the way for this to yes to a round.
You know what we do is Robin Hood is. The kids out in the room and the kids will be of one of all excited. So capital I, try to start things off on their level in tandem with at some point correct. Yeah, it's clever because it includes me because they're not been this bad. It's the act case because you got an idea. I added they defeated the fact that a duty to do that now. You know that I get them going and I get them into it.
I think it's pretty obvious exactly what video we're going for here. And I know Amtrekker just stole one, so I guess it's up to you, Amtrekker. Are you going to unlock the OMG Chad badge? What is your guess, sir? We got over the dead screen of the formerly.
I assume that means he's forfeiting this answer.
I think there's no. What I love is the fact that John actually cut over to the screen that's but the empty Skype window. It's like it's the equivalent of cutting over to the empty chair where he just the chat room is calling it a rage tie, where he just got up and left midstream. Okay, so I tell you what,
I just imagine the fact that Brett was listening to us jibber jabber on about nonsense. It's just like this isn't worth my time. Beep.
He's like, I'm so out of here. So let's go to Tomas for the steal. So far, we've got time. He's taken a timeout, but meanwhile, it gives you the opportunity to steal. Remember, this came out yesterday. What video is it?
Kenny Strasser, the guy pretending to be the world yo-yo champion.
Justin. Oh, my goodness. All right, now here's the thing. When he comes back, is he back? I don't know. Is he back? If he's back, I feel like we got to give him the chance because then he can unlock the badge. We'll go on to the next one.
I think he's just out. He's just out. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, so anyway, it's been
Thank you, Skype.
That because he left mid-game, he's totally disqualified, and we're all on the same page on that, right?
So who are we talking about
what do you
right
have
now?
to
Who
say,
left
Brett?
mid-game? That's really weird.
Brett, here's the thing. You were gone, so Tomas stole your thing. How much of it were you able to hear before you rage quit?
I didn't hear anything. So give Merritt 2 points and I'll still come back. No big deal.
Okay. All right, done.
All
right, tell you what, Tomas got that one. So it's what? It's 2-1 or 3-1? Justin,
what was it? Was there actually a video played, or are you giving me the shaft?
Oh yeah. Should we play the video, Justin?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people probably haven't seen this
Cameron B,
one.
play the video. Yeah, this is, by the way, for those of you
Because
who haven't seen it yet, this guy is totally faking like he's a world yo-yo champion.
Lost one.
On the news.
And then we're going and we get worrying and we're like, all right, everybody, let's take it down to the ground and we'll get into a Huey. And we get going. Oops. All right, everyone. We're going to switch it off here. And let's bring it back home
at this point,
for a
K.
clean
Strauss is now
landing. 10-4.
throwing about 8 yo-yos around his head, but just kind of throwing, like lassoing them.
You okay?
Let's kill it. This guy basically punked a whole bunch of news stations pretending to be a world yo-yo champion, and then when he got on, he did that. Look up K Strass, K-STRASS, yo-yo champion, and brilliant performance
That's
artist.
awesome. And you nailed that, Tom?
Yes,
Yeah,
he did.
I actually did know that one. The chat room was going nuts with it too, but I saw that one yesterday.
Yeah, we need to get a ruling here, chat room wise, because our chat room, as always, are brilliant. They're a brilliant hive mind that tend to know what we're going to do before we do it. So I think we need to get a gentleman's agreement between the two of you guys that you're not going to train your peepers on the old chat room.
All right. Yeah. Okay. No more chat room from now on. Be good. Don't.
All right.
I'm not asking you to close it. I'm just asking you to not look. Avoid the temptation. Be moral here.
And we should definitely let Brett go next. Get first chance.
Brett will go next. This one is video number 5 from user Aaron Byrne in the chat room. Justin, you want to set this one up? Because I want to read it.
Yes, of course. A classic and televised embarrassment. This video is one of YouTube's cautionary tales with a few classic quotes to spare.
All right, here we go. You ready? Here we go.
Here we go.
Other than
Brian
that,
will be reading.
Quit breaking over it out. Now, while we're doing that, let me say such a really impressive that it takes a relative to the horse I said earlier. We hear it is blown up. The day was order now. You can get the printer.
It may, in fact, be a moth.
Vortex Optical Do. Schneiderlands. Well, I don't read. And he cried, look at that. Worse. The bush, the tail, the big teeth, the clothes. It might produce a Cherokee. It's just so this is the worst. It's a lot of fun. Actually, it may in fact be a mall. And you already got it. You shouted it out midway through. Justin, is he correct?
There we go.
Amtrekker. Yeah, this is horse butterfly. All right.
I can't believe they didn't even get the keyword, though. That's so depressing. Poor Google and their betas.
It may, in fact, be a mall. All right, Justin, you want to set us up? Set us up.
Yeah, here we go. Just to set everything up again, we are now at 2-2, right?
3-2. Yep. Isn't it 3-2?
No, it's 2 even.
It's 2 even. Okay, good. 2-2.
Prime Minister Tom has 2,
Amtrekker has 2.
Video 6 of 9. So we are going to hopefully have a
high game right up to the end. I'm actually excited. It's working out pretty well.
It is. It's going to come down to the wire here. All right.
The chat room wants to specifically make clear that the score is 2-2 to 4 because the chat room has batting 1,000 so far on these. They've nailed them all. So
wait, did they even got the 50 Cent kid? They got the 50 Cent kid? Seriously?
Oh, no, they've gotten all of them.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because if they got 50 Cent, I would have got the answer.
Okay,
yeah, I know.
Because I was still cheating back then.
Skimming on this chat room. He's been skeezing.
Right, set us up.
All right, here we go, folks. This next video is a real tale of whimsy, and it has been dominant on YouTube since for 2 years now. So here we
this
go.
one comes to us from Magic Newswire, Lottie Dottie Vickers. And I'll be playing 2 characters, while Justin will play the main character. You ready? No, absolutely right. I mean.
We've got you guys. This is going to be a pretty critical importance. Is the medal 1 point of return the?
You don't do that in the charity. That's your money. Return of the Candyman. Can we pass? Here ate it at the neats. And return any that charity?
Yeah, I can about right. I'm just 2 days ago back to sleep now.
Yeah, but that's the plan. It's in the streets in July.
And Sharon, we stopped counting on it. And why my idol you have got?
Okay, this one goes back to Ace Detective Tomas Marie. What video is this, sir?
I'll tell you what. Hold on. Before you say anything, Tom, is that we have been a video show since before we were NSFW with BB Live Show. But never in every episode of any incarnation of this show has there been a better reason why we are a video show than Tomas's face right now. If you are listening to this on audio, download the video and go to this point in the show. That was brilliant. I want that blown up on my wall.
All I know is it has something to do with a unicorn, but I don't know anything else about it. That's the only thing I can remember about that.
I don't know. Judges, answer?
I don't know. I'm kind of inclined to let this go to a steal possibility.
I am inclined as well. Something to do with the unicorn sounds to me the same as something about a rapper from Amtrekker.
Yeah, I don't think it's close enough.
Yeah, let's go to the steal.
If Amtrekker can get more specific, he should get it. But if not, I should get it.
Yeah, no, I agree. All you have to do is be more specific, more accurately specific than Tom, and not only will you get the steal, but you will unlock the OMG Chad embarrassing video badge.
Oh God, yes. No, that's in play again.
Amtrekker?
I just think that it has something to do with a pink unicorn and a blue unicorn talking to a white unicorn about going to Candy Mountain and meeting a mystical Plesia Dapiform and then going to Candy Mountain for a sing-along with exploding letters. But I'm not positive beyond that.
What is the name of the unicorn?
Charlie the unicorn.
Correctamundo.
Here we go. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, I am now publishing against his will a embarrassing video of Chad is now compressing and will be uploaded on my YouTube account. Again, that is Justin Robert Young on YouTube. If you want to see our Ryan's young ward, Chad, swallow a sword suggestively, drunk in a hotel room with a bunch of sideshow freaks.
The title is OMG Chad attempts to swallow 16 inches. Is that going to be the title of the video? All right, let's go on. Oh, man, I can't believe you didn't know that one, Tom. I thought, this is turning out to be
it was on the GTFO Awards, wasn't it?
What's that?
We actually had that video on the GTFO Awards.
Oh, no, with Chad? No. This happened just last week.
Charlie the Unicorn.
No.
Oh, yeah, the Charlie the Unicorn. We sure did. You should have known it.
Yeah, I totally should have known it.
Bummer.
All right.
That your guys' performances totally sold that one, though. I don't think I would have gotten it if it weren't for you two and your superior reenacting skills.
You know, I was hoping that would be the case. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking my acting's so good, it's going to give it away right away. And that sure worked. On to video 7. What's the score right now, gentlemen?
It is 3-2 Amtrekker, right?
3-2 Amtrekker in the lead. Okay, this is video 7 from Carl Duer. This one involves 2 characters. Justin and I will be taking turns. Even the most professional of us can end up on YouTube. This broadcast titan found that out June of last year when this clip was uploaded. And this is going to go to, I believe, Amtrekker first, right? Because he stole last time.
Yeah. All right. I will be reading the main character, and Brian will be reading all the peripheral characters.
Correct.
Here we go. We agree. I agree.
I don't care. Are you happy with it?
Love it. That's why I think it's quite impressive. When you know, I thought that maybe you know what?
Whole brutes, paper to create, but what was right away.
This is a 1-week review unit until I couldn't get one of 4. So I think I'll be able to I'm going to go out one and get one this afternoon.
That 3 per year, where very few people would agree with that, ought to get you a little, you're in serious trouble of enclave.
Might that be an elitist doubt that he would apply in some way? This Freed quote, free 3 in the same back in 7 days would predispose me. Screw you and read about it, Mike. You're such a troll. Screw you. I'm not getting what we're dealing with here as a whole. Screw you.
I don't think you're Syria on being very serious.
Make that, Mike, that sample's sure on, and I know. That fight infuriating. I'm inferior, and you would imply that I have a review unit that would somehow influence me. Oh, screw you of soft money of all, but Cuba.
By the way, can I make a motion? Can we make a motion on the floor that "but Cuba" be like our ultimate insult to each other? But Cuba, but Cuba. All right, to Amtrekker, can you tell us who?
I get to go first again.
Well, because you stole
yours.
Oh, it's his turn.
We are doing Make It Take It. All right.
Yeah. Let me hear it.
Who are the characters? Mike versus Cuba.
What, Cuba?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, that was Mike v. Cuba, circa 2008.
Is that sincerely your final answer? You don't know who it is?
I don't know the answer to this one.
Oh my God!
Really?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
But Cuba.
Should I just go somewhere else? Am I not allowed to be here anymore? Is that what this is? Really?
No, wait.
I just making sure this isn't a charity give.
I know. Wait, can you explain what you think it is one more time?
Mike versus Cuba.
Oh my God! And now it rolls over to Tomas Moritz, Tom Merritt. What is this a clip of?
Well, it's obviously Walter Brennan in 19. No, it's Leo Laporte with Michael Arrington. Screw you, Michael Arrington.
Oh, you! I still don't know what you're talking about.
There we go.
Oh my God!
So I just got kicked out of the chat room because of that.
Really?
Did somebody kick you out of the chat room? That is awesome. All right, so does that mean that we go to a tiebreaker? I think it's 4-4 now. Is that correct? We've got to go to the final backup video.
It is tied. I think it's 3-3, but it's definitely tied.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
I thought we had 9 videos. I guess we have 7.
We have 2 more videos in the holster.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, we do have 2 more videos. Okay, no, you're right. I scrolled down too far. So okay, so now we'll go to video 8. This could be the end of it, I guess, right here, because we won't even get to the bonus one since this is the last one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, unless nobody
video
gets
8 comes to us from Thomas Kilgore. You want to set this up, Justin, or which
People are
character do
shouting
you want
about
to take?
playing the last video in the chat room. Do you guys want to play?
Leo? Oh yeah. Well,
yeah. Go ahead. Let's Jammer B. If you can cue up the Leo video.
Do we have the rights to that? Oh, I guess we.
I have a pre.
I don't. You care. Are you happy with it?
Love it.
Why?
It's quite impressive. Well,
wait, can we play this
on
our show?
Maybe,
Hold on. Did you pay for the pre? Let's get the disclosures out of the way right away.
This is a
Note
1
that
week
pre
review.
never showed up in the transcript.
Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to get. I was going to go out and get one this afternoon.
Okay, so you got a free pre. You're one of the very few people that got a free review.
Not at all. I think there are quite a few reviewers here.
Yeah, Scoble has one too.
Mike, that's BS, and I'm really pissed off that you would imply that in some way that this free, quote, free pre that I send back in 7 days would in any way predispose me. Screw you.
What are you going to do about it?
Mike, you are such a troll. Screw you.
But Cuba.
I'm not kidding.
I'm not watching the video.
You asshole. Screw you.
I don't think he's being serious.
I'm being very serious, Mike. That's bullshit.
How is it bullshit?
I'm infuriating. I'm infuriated that you would imply that because I have a review unit that would somehow influence me. Screw you. I'm throwing you all off.
But Cuba!
But Cuba. Can I just point out that Leo is such a brilliant broadcaster that almost his entire speech is exactly correctly translated on there. It's only the mock heretics and stuff that's all over the map.
That's hilarious.
By the way, okay, let's do this. Let's do this.
I'm now a richer
Video
man for
8,
having seen that.
tiebreaker.
Thank you guys.
The tiebreaker, video 8, comes to us from Thomas Kilgore. And
here's the deal, Brian. Old clips are also part of YouTube's rich tapestry, and this is one of those featuring a seminal entertainer in our culture's history.
Yes, a famous entertainer who I guess it's not too surprising to say was having some legal troubles at the time of this famous interview. And that's you want me to read?
No, I will read as the interviewer. You will read as the subject. Okay.
Okay, got it.
He was released yesterday on $50,000 bond, and he joins us from I'm not going to discuss the charges, and we welcome you. All of this trouble, the and to the.
And I'm mad that you have the wrong.
Nothing wrong, and I'm here not in any difficulty, but you're out on bond.
No, I'm not.
Have all the charges been dropped? Toronto, hello. Wouldn't that be an online America? How are you not allowed to ask this?
I don't know. I've done my deny you.
What now? Change that. This isn't the first time you and your wife have had a problem on the Kenyan and a little work.
This out that have not been released.
Your time and your thinking, want to talk about what happened, not knowing full. Well, let's talk about your children enough.
With his remarks.
And Larry Valley?
Where we don't, you really are in some calls.
The NTSB, your fans have read about this, James. Aren't you concerned about that? And scene.
Oh my God, I just realized there's no chance anyone's gonna get this one. I don't even know who's up. This one's a toss-up. It's not even a steal or whatever. Whoever wants to take a stab at it first, you can. Brett and Tom, what have you got?
I got James.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's all I heard, though.
James Taylor is not right.
James Brown?
Oh, yeah, definitely James Brown. You nailed it. It's got to be right.
So who's guessing officially first?
This is a team guess.
I will tell you, Amtrekker mentioned it first, so if he's still behind it, he gets it. But I will 100%
Is that even right?
Are you?
Do we get to know if that's right before we make our final guess?
No, you don't.
You don't get to know that it's right before you guess it.
Because then I'll change my guess if it's wrong.
Oh, that's his thing. All right. I see where you're going with that. I can't even think of another James. I don't know. Yeah, James Brown. Final answer.
And he was in jail. That totally makes sense. It's got to be.
Justin?
All right. And the answer is...
This is like, this is like when the Little League player has the broken ankle and the opposing team drags and carries the person around all the bases to set them finally gently on home plate. They're like, hey, you won.
Yeah, that didn't feel like a very satisfying win at all. Do we have another video?
Brown?
The least satisfying
win. Yeah, play the video, Jammer Beam.
James Joyce.
James Joyce.
Yes.
He was released yesterday on $15,000 bond. He joins us from Atlanta to discuss the charges, and we welcome you, James Brown. How did all of this trouble begin?
Living in America. There's nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong at all? You're not in any difficulty, but you're out on bond.
No, I'm not.
Have all the charges been dropped?
Yeah, I'm out on love.
Well, are you out on love or out of love? Which is it?
Out on love. Alone from night to night, you find me.
Now, James, this isn't the first time you and your wife have had a problem. Are the two of you going to be able to work this out?
Let's talk about some music.
You want to talk about music,
right,
and you don't want to talk about what happened.
All I know is that they were running on a Kenyan, and apparently that's not the first time. Look, I guess we got to proclaim a winner. It is with a sad heart.
Well, come on. Wait, we have enough time for the one. At least Trekker could bring it to a tie, right? We have the bonus one.
The one who won. He's the one who won.
No, Tomas. Sorry, whatever. The one who didn't win.
Let's do one more video. One more video.
We got one more.
All right, as long as I don't miss Lost.
This one will be, I'll say it's a 2.1 because you don't get to, it's not very well viewed. Everything else had at least hundreds of thousands of views. This one has in the low 4 digits, possibly in 3 digits. And you'll have to figure out what it is. Is that a good enough setup? This one comes to us from P. Delahanty. Anything else we should say about it, Justin?
No, I think that this one kind of stands on its own. Brian, you want me to do the reading or you should do the reading?
You know what? I think it would be better if you did the reading, because then they have to.
No, I think you should do the reading. I think you should.
Oh, you want me to do the reading? Okay, but first one to chime in. Is that how we want to do it?
All right. Yeah. Let's do that.
Here we go. All right, guys, it is good time for Adult Court. Me serve another an asset that Michelle coming up. Two things. First of all, tonight's episode is tonight. It's on Monday night. Not on Tuesday night is a major head on over to
NSFW.
What?
NSFW.
Is it? It's not your turn.
He said shout it out.
We said chime in.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Well, Brian, is that right?
You tell me. Amtrekker with the justified bid. Nails it. Way to go. They're calling you a chat reader in the chat room. But yes, that is an NSFW.
No, did you read? Is this a chat thing?
Read.
No, chat room's just claiming it because they get everything right, and they assume if anyone else says something right, they must have ripped off the chat room. But that's it. I'm calling it. We got a clear victory. Hard fought and well won 2-point lead by Amtrekker, who I don't think is a racist at all. And I'm glad we finally resolved that through the one place that really matters here on NSFW, joined by
this lame-ass podcast game. Hey! And it doesn't matter, except I can rub it in your face.
There we go. But Cuba to everybody who says that Amtrekker isn't a goddamn champion.
Dude, but Cuba. By the way, I'm pretty sure we've got the title of this week's episode. Amtrekker, where can people see you? Are you still doing the greatest employee at the world?
In fact, there's like a greatest employee in the world.com 2.0 next week where I'm launching a new web series called Resume Padding, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be awesome.
Awesome. And Merritt, is there any place people can see you, especially on the Twit network? They don't like to venture outside of this little walled garden right here. Hopefully there's some other program on this network.
You can't spell cheat without chat. I know your game. But Cuba to you, buddy. But Cuba.
But Cuba. Hey, I'm ready for a rematch anytime. I feel like I still owe you a couple of points for the Rounsaville scale, so bring it on, sister.
Yeah, you definitely owe me for totally ruining your good name. That's for sure. You can follow me at tommerritt.com, twitter.com/acedetect. If you can figure out how to spell it, I'm at cnet.com for 3 more days, and then starting June 1st, I am part of the Twit network at live.twit.tv.
Seriously, do not. People, all of our moles at CNET, do not initiate Operation Cuba. Do not make the last 3 days very interesting.
We do not want the butt Cuban missile crisis to happen during Tom's last 3 days at CNET. No.
Listen, guys. Seriously.
I'd say we call this thing.
Don't do it.
That is it. For this episode of NSFW. Weirdthings.com for Justin Robert Young, Schwood.com or scamschool.tv.
Yeah, and everybody go on over to the Adam Carolla podcast and download the episode that just got released today when we're recording this, which is Tuesday, but it'll already be up, by the time anybody gets to it. Me and Brian are on there. So just download the Brian
In fact, we've decided that one will count as the NSFW show that we had to scrub. That's the actual show. So if you felt like you were robbed of a show, we actually released it for you. It's called the Adam Carolla podcast. Head on over there. But until then, we'll see you next Tuesday. Die in a fire.
But Cuba.
Yes, but Cuba.
But Cuba.
We need to get, I think Leo's got some screw you paraphernalia that he had printed up. We need to get that same stuff printed up with But Cuba on it.
But Cuba.